Today is Friday, June 21st. This is Noreen Johnson, and here are the good news headlines of the day. Archbishop Carlo Maria Veranò on Thursday claimed that the Vatican's dicastery for the doctrine of the faith has initiated proceedings against him over the alleged crime of schism. Citing a document he published on his website and posted on social media, the former papal nuncio to the United States wrote that he was summoned to Rome on June 20th to face an extrajudicial penal process for the charges. The specific charges outlined against Archbishop Veranò involve making public statements that allegedly deny the fundamental elements necessary to maintain communion with the Catholic Church. This includes denying the legitimacy of Pope Francis as the rightful pontiff and outright rejection of the doctrines established during the Second Vatican Council. Archbishop Veranò made headlines in 2018 with the allegation, followed up by several letters, that senior prelates had been complicit in covering up alleged sex abuse by former Cardinal Theodore McCarrick. He also called on Pope Francis to resign. It was recently announced that America might have a new saint. Adele, whose cause for canonization would be open soon, was the recipient of 3 visions of Our Lady of Champion in 1859. Since Adele's death in 1896, many Catholics have honored her as a faithful, courageous woman. But before she is declared a saint, she will hold several other titles. The first is Servant of God, which will apply to her when the cause is officially opened. Not only is there a process for canonization, there's also a process for the opening of a cause. That's where things are for Adele. Several months ago, the postulator and shrine staff wrote a libellus to the Bishop of Green Bay officially requesting that a cause be opened. When Bishop David Rinkin, who approved the apparitions of Our Lady of Champion in 2010, accepted this request, he began the process of opening the cause, referring to an increase in activity at the shrine. On June 16th, 2,000 people stopped there as part of the Northern Marian route of the National Eucharistic Pilgrimage. In other news, President Biden and former President Trump appear to be taking quite different approaches in prepping for the first presidential debate of 2024. The debate, which came about after a war of words between the two over a potential on-stage clash last month, is scheduled to be held June 27th in Atlanta, much earlier than in any previous election cycle. Trump has so far avoided any mock debates with his team and is focusing heavily on meeting with close allies and hitting the campaign trail. But meanwhile, Biden has opted to hunker down in the days leading up to what is expected to be a historic clash by prepping with his advisors at Camp David. Trump has been gathering with Republican allies for private meetings in recent weeks as he looks ahead to the debate, including a handful of those in contention to be his vice presidential running mate, senators, and other policy experts, sources telling Fox News Digital. In other news, Democrats, independents, and Republicans can all agree on one thing ahead of 2024's election cycle. They want the Latino vote. Jamie Flores, the Hispanic Outreach and Communications Director for the Republican National Committee, told the Epoch Times that the Latino vote is more important in 2024 than ever before. Hispanic or Latino Americans make up about 19.1% of the country's population, this according to census data. Latinos now outnumber Black Americans as the largest minority group in the United States. The Latino vote is going to determine who's in the White House and what parties control the Congress. Voices from both left and right say Latinos were overlooked in past elections, but in 2024, everyone is hustling to secure the Latino votes. Observers who spoke with the Epoch Times said that Latinos are willing to vote for candidates who show them how they can make a difference in their lives. And those are your daily good news headlines. This is Catholics for Catholics. May God bless you and may God bless the USA.